for rejoining us. For all those of you who stayed with us, we just had a little bit of technical difficulties. I guess that's that climate disruption disrupting us every weekend. So we'll just, if it didn't, we'll just blame it on the climate. So what can you say? Well, we what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of go back over the 10 items that we were looking at as 10 things that you can do today to actually try to help give us some comfort during this climate, during the changes. We unfortunately won't be able to reverse them, but we will be able to slow them down and to, even, maybe disrupt, what
Yvonne? Okay, Sanny. Here's what we'll do. We'll go over the 10 items that people can do today. The first thing that we can talk about very briefly is planting a tree. What's the importance of planting a tree?
The planting a tree takes care of our air conditioning. I simply call it that because without trees, we're all going to be dead. If we had to pay for everything that the benefits we get from the trees give us, it would cost us a fortune. And everything is given to us free because of nature and because of natural designs and processes. And so the more trees we have, the less carbon emissions we would really have to count, because the trees would be countering the carbon emissions. And the Earth would probably be able to handle more of that if there were more trees. So yeah, I think that's a very good thing to do, one tree at a time. What I did when I was still active in the Philippines, I actually talked to people working in the Department of Natural Resources. And I was able to get a donation for the province and of 50,000 trees, Nara trees, and these were planted in all municipalities. I think it's something that we can do if we just look at the possibilities of government projects. We should develop some and be creative about it and ask them for help to help them, and it'll work.
Well, then, and also the trees provide habitat for the birds and the animals. They provide shade, so that actually cools the air below them. And they provide seeds, right, for more trees.
Yeah. But you see, that's an area that even in elementary school know and really appreciate. And so all we have to do now is to get them to shift from just knowing about it to doing something about it. And if we involve children at an early age, our country, our lives will be a lot easier and better.
Mm-hmm. So what about what's the value of planting a garden?
Same thing. Same thing. Now you have a chance to develop your own source of organic food. You can take care of the different animals. The biodiversity is very important because each living creature has its own function. for survival and thriving. That's why they're already programmed genetically to take care of themselves. Make
So
sure the species continues.
yes, and when you're planting a garden and hopefully not using a lot of heavy duty
I'm
fertilizers.
sorry, your voice is coming in weak.
And if you were to plant a garden and hopefully not use heavy duty fertilizers, you would be contributing to the habitat for the bugs and the insects and the birds as well.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You see, this is where the problem lies. It's really in management, and it's decisions that we have to make. On one end of the spectrum, we talk about development in terms of available streets, available infrastructure, economies of scale. So the larger the area, the easier it is to plant. And because it's easier to plant, you can now manage the plants, and later on you get tempted to modify them to become more productive, so on and so forth. But we also have to take care of the endemic species that we have in all the areas.
Mm-hmm.
Because they grow having adapted to the environment. And there is a reason for that.
So then we can have more natural food. We have the tree, we have the garden. We now can start having more natural food, so we're not having the effects of GMOs and other pesticides that they have on our bodies, as well as the bodies of any beings that ingest the food.
Oh, all you have to do is read the labels, assuming all the labels are correctly labeled, and you would find out that a lot of the stuff, even in foods that are projected to be natural foods, and good foods, or healthy foods, you may be surprised to find out what their real contents are. But if you buy them directly from farmers, from small scale producer, you're not only helping the economy, you're helping the farmers, and you're helping us get back to a healthier lifestyle.
Okay, so then we have the waste that happens. So in terms of just throwing things into the landfill, we can recycle, we can reuse, and repurpose.
Oh yeah, there is this inventor in the Philippines that builds houses out of plastic. You know, used plastic, old plastic bottles. He started off by creating solar lighting for appropriate solar lighting using bottles of soft drinks filled with water. You know, and it's amazing. By doing so, he was able to bring light to people, and later on, because they had light in the evenings. You're talking about a third world country, because they now have light in the evenings. The children are able to study longer, and it really didn't cost much. It was just an awareness of how they could maximize the light using these clear bottles, fill them up with water, and then the lights would now reflect through the water, making the bottles lenses, and bring color and light to their households.
Oh, interesting. And the other thing that they can do is they can use more energy efficient light bulbs when they do that.
Well, when they have electricity.
Yes, when they have electricity.
In the meantime, they have created their own light bulbs, in a manner of speaking. And now there is adoption of solar energy use, and energy companies have started contacting them.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. So
Yeah.
that really does then lead into reducing your carbon footprint.
Oh, really, it does. It really does. And I mean, uh, I I I think that having an active
Hmm.
lifestyle will help us a lot. Not only get healthier, but in getting healthier, we're able to uh, spend less on medicine and medication, and in doing so, we are able to get better choices in the future,
Oh, that's good.
actually immediately.
Yes, that's good. Well, another thing, let's just talk just a little bit more about reducing your carbon footprint. I know that includes being able to lessen the amount of fossil fuel that you use, either using alternative fuel or, alternative modes of transportation. So instead of driving, maybe ride a bike or walk. Um, what are,
Or
or,
take public transportation.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
Now,
I love taking public transportation. It gets me where I need to go at significantly less and actually more dependable time because I don't have to deal with traffic.
mm-hmm,
I don't have to walk very far. I'm able to get my ride immediately. I feel great having walked a little distance, and I feel even better having hiked. You know,
mm-hmm.
even my choice of hobbies, of photography. My doctor said, you're, because I'm diabetic, and my doctor said, I'm taking away all your medication, and these are your doctor's orders. Take the most beautiful pictures in the world, and in doing so, break into sweat, because that's all you need to heal you. Your body responds to exercise. Give it what it needs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, we have just a few minutes left. I wanted to just go over these last ones. One of them is to take a walk around the neighborhood and just really see, not only meet your neighbors, but see what is the situation around your neighborhood and what are the things that you could do to clean up the environment and to make it more accessible and usable for everyone. To then possibly organize a neighborhood cleanup, environment cleanup, where they'll be doing a cleanup, not just on Earth Day, but maybe every week or every day, as you had said before. Another thing that can happen is facilitate an informed dialogue in your school or business. Can you tell us just a couple quick tips about that one, Sanny? Because I know you've been organizing different groups around this climate change issue.
And it's not difficult. It's not difficult. People are busy, but there are things that are important to them. Okay? And I think the environment, the awareness of the environment, is something that people would be willing to talk about. If you walk the street, uh, print out some cards, share the links. You may be surprised. Even within the neighborhood, you'll find people who feel the same way and can respond and will respond.
And so really and this is the last one that we can talk about really is to get informed, to get involved and to stay involved. So get involved in climate policy actions and organizations.
Definitely. I think that in the end, every leader or somebody who wants to lead is going to have to consider climate change as a component of their own plans for the future, especially here, because the awareness level is very, very high. If you do not have that as part of your formula, you may be losing out on a significant number that may help you get to where you need to go.
Right. So we do actually have this 10 things you can do today to disrupt climate change. We will have it available on our website, womenleadingchangenow.org, so people can go there, sign up for our mailing list, and we'll send this out to you. And I know, Yvonne, are you on the line?
I am on the line. I'm not sure if you can still hear me,
Yes, we can hear you. You're
but I
getting a little
do
water.
want to say thank you to everyone for joining us. Okay.
Yes, we heard. Yes. Yes, thank you to everyone for joining us.
So it sounds like I'm
Okay, Yvonne, we're losing you again. Sanny, we're just past 6 o'clock. Do you have just any last thoughts you'd like to share with everyone?
I would like to thank everybody who joined us today from wherever you are. And is this thing going to be heard in? Is this recorded? Can it be heard at some other point in time?
Yes, this is being recorded. It will be available on YouTube, and we will have it posted on the womenleadingchangenow.org site, where we have live links and recordings. So yes, it will be available, and people can find it, and they're welcome to download it.
Wonderful. I think that one of the things we should do is ask people to get involved, not only in policy but directly in their own education, in their own awareness, in their own empowerment. And we should open up we should open the website to suggestions, and we can actually respond to these requests if needed, and help them organize, help them empower themselves. And I think it's a wonderful thing.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, we wanted to thank everyone for joining us here with Women Leading Change Now, discussing the thoughts after watching or viewing the movie Disruption Climate Change. There is going to be a large gathering on September 21st in New York City around the UN Climate Summit, which will be happening on the 23rd, but the large gathering is going to be on the 21st. You might want to check the site watchdisruption.com, and you can find where there might be an event happening in your place, locally. On September 21st, there are going to be events happening all over the world in support of everyone being able to say how they feel about climate change and what their governing bodies are doing or not doing to help address this issue that we cannot ignore any longer. Any last closing statements, Sanny?
I just wanted to say thank you to everybody. I also want to say thank you. This is for joining us, and for taking care of our planet in our own little ways. I also want to thank you, Bailan, for being the backbone of this whole operation to make it happen. I'd like to thank Yvonne for making this happen. Yvonne, I mean, it's wonderful that we've started this thing, and let's keep on doing it. This is what being community is all about.
Well, thank you, Sanny. It has been a pleasure having you here. Thank you for your patience as we've been dealing with the technical issues. I think we have prevailed. And we will be posting the link to this recording on Women Leading Change Now, and I believe we'll post it on all of our individual sites. And really invite people to do whatever they can to participate in making this a place where where we can all survive and thrive in the environment that is going to be conducive to a full life for our children and our children's children. Thank you again for joining us here at Women Leading Change Now, and good evening.